overcome. We shall overcome hunger. Deep in our hearts, we do believe we shall overcome someday. Labour Party, forward ever,
backward never.
LP,
Papa, Mama, Pikin.
LP.
Papa, Mama, Pikin.
Please be seated.
Woohoo.
The chairman of this occasion, the man I refer to as the political poet of our time, most distinguished Senator Sani. You are welcome. I'm happy that you are here with us today. The National Secretary and other members of the National Working Committee elected who are present, state chairmen present here today. I want to start this address to be part of this summit. It is my prayer for you that God will continue to elevate you. Opportunity to congratulate all those who have been elected under the platform of the party. I want to especially congratulate Alex Oti, who fought so hard in spite of the fact that they wanted to rig the election. We thank God today that we're able to struggle. We fought hard, and today he has become one of the. I also want to congratulate all our senators elect for members, state houses of assembly members who were able to make it high. By the time you have won, just as you have won ourselves, we must constantly synergize together and be able to reposition the party for future engagement. I've always maintained that the powers are high. I'll probably just give a brief background. We can generally appreciate, and therefore the vision to people that became solidified a model, a Labour Party inspiring, and on its return, it became that the Labour movement must have a workers' party that will represent the yearning and aspirations of the Nigerian workers, the peasants, and the poor in Nigeria. That vision was not realized, apparently because of the struggle for independence, which took quite a while. And then the protracted military rule in Nigeria also affected Workers' Party. But following the but it didn't also work when democracy came in 1999. Labour Party was not one of the parties that were registered. But out of this legal battle fought by the late sage Gani Fawayemi in court, it liberalized the processes of registration of political parties. And in 2002, saw to the birth of Labour Party as Party for Social Democracy. In 2004, it was felt that since we are a Labour Party, it does not make sense bearing Party for Social Democracy that we should simply change the name from Party for Social Democracy to Labour Party. And so the long-standing vision to have a party that will represent the people, that will become the voice for the voiceless, was actually bettered between 2002 and 2004. And for some of us, we're part and parcel of the birth of that party. For me personally, I've not joined any other political party. I joined in 2002. I was the first assistant secretary in Edo. In 2006, I became the state secretary in Edo. 2014, I became deputy national secretary. And in 2015, when the national secretary resigned, I became the national secretary of the party. And in 2019, I was re-elected as national secretary. And in 2021, when the late chairman died, Abdul Qadir Abdul Salam, my colleagues unanimously agreed that I should become the national chairman of the party. And so I actually became the national chairman of the party in March 2021. And I must say that I've always had this vision to have a party that will be a virile, proactive, and strong opposition political party. And I'm sure that's what has informed the driving force behind the party and this movement that has crystallized into what we have today. And I must say that the joining of Peter Obi to the party has actually assisted us to realize the dream of having a political party that will fight for the people and make the difference in the political space. And I want to say very clearly that Peter Obi joining us has changed the political narrative in the country. The 2023 general election, no doubt, told our opponents, the ruling, a lot have played out with the 2023 general election, like you have seen. We didn't expect that those election results will not be transmitted real time as was promised. We actually believed, INEC and those in government, that election results would be transmitted from the polling units. And today, a lot of lessons have been learnt from what we have seen with the general election. And I want to say that never again are we going to be caught unawares in all other elections. We are going to be ready, we are going to be consistent, and we are going to ensure that in every other election that we are going to participate, we are going to be very, very ready to be able to reclaim our mandate. It is also pertinent to assure you that our president, that we are going to go after it, and we are going to reclaim that mandate. Today, we have gathered all our elected officers together to appeal to all of you that there is strength in unity. This engagement from the party will be consistent. This will be done every quarter, every three months. We are going to have this engagement. We are going to make your being in the National Assembly, we are going to provide you with a lot of resource material that will make you to be able to make the difference in the National Assembly. Like we said, it is not enough for you to be in the National Assembly, but what impact are you going to make as a senator or as a House of Rep member is what matters. I have chronicled the history of the party, chronicled our own history, and also chronicled the efforts that have been made by all of us, including the support that was given to you by all Nigerians who are desirous of change. Today, Nigerians need change. And I'm sure that was why they came out overwhelmingly to vote for our presidential candidate and also vote for you by extension. And that of Providence, for those of you who have been elected today, have become the champions. You have become the beneficiaries of these collective efforts. And therefore, expectations from you is very, very high. And like the chairman of today's occasion said, what are you going to make out of this? And what you are going to make out of this is why we have decided that for every quarter, we are going to have this engagement to constantly remind you of the people. And that at every point in time, in your sleeping, in your thinking, in your legislative business, you must remember to remain with the people. History have it that those who worked against the people always have their regrets. And I'm sure you will not want to be on that side of the history. And therefore, it is our appeal to you that you must be consistent with your ideology. You must be consistent with the Labour Party. You must be consistent with remaining and being with the people. Because that is what will make you relevant in the political space. For us in Labour Party, we are ready to provide and become a strong and virile opposition party. When Awolowo lost the federal election in 1960 something, I can't remember the year now, he took his position as the leader of the opposition and played it very, very well. Today, like the chairman of this occasion said, history has made Labour Party the leading opposition political party in Nigeria as of today. And I want to say very clearly that under my leadership, we will play that role effectively. And for those of you who have been elected to be in the National Assembly, we are going to use you as the anchor of that struggle. I can't go to the National Assembly to speak, but the party will speak through you. The party will pass bills through you. The party will engage you. The party will ensure that has to do with the people. We will ensure and speak through you to represent the voice of the people. And therefore, you can see that the responsibility is huge and is enormous. And in that responsibility, we are going to be with you. We are going to support you to be able to discharge those functions effectively. And for us, in the Labour Party, we'll continue to speak. The party will continue to represent the voice of the people. We'll continue to fight for justice. We'll continue to fight for equity. I will not rest on our oars until we are able to set Nigeria on the path of growth, on the path of development. We have maintained severally that the country has the huge potential to be one of the greatest countries, not just in Africa, but in the world. But for the fact that we have had failed leadership over the years, we find ourselves in the situation we find ourselves. Today, I'm sure that for those of you who must have been reading the papers, you can see that there's renewed killings across the country, like we have seen in Benue and several parts of the country. There's no gainsaying the fact that these challenges are going to continue. And therefore, for us, we will not rest on our oars until the vision and the dream to have a new Nigeria is realized. It is not my intention today to monopolize the stage. We have 4 or 5 speakers that will be doing justice to the selected topics for today. But my own responsibility is to set the stage. And I want to say that for those of you who are privileged to be elected today, you must be reminded that 4 years is not eternity. Before you sleep and wake up, 4 years will be here. So what are you going to be remembered for? The answer is for you to determine. Thank you and God bless you.
Can we please give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? He's the chairman of this great party. Come on. Thank you so much, sir. You were very soft-spoken, precise, and straight to the point. And I am very sure everybody here would agree with me that he made into the bell beside me. Here you go, madam.
Thank you so much, Oge, for your descriptions of me. It gives me lots of pride and joy. It's my privilege that we have in our midst Malam Khalifa Isa. He's a chief imam all the way from Kebbi State, representing us from Kebbi State Labour Party. So, Sannunka da zuwa, mun gaishe ka. We're very grateful that you were able to honor us with your presence. You know, there's this belief that Labour Party is filled with people from just the eastern part. So it was very important for me to introduce Malam Khalifa so that everybody understands that this is a party where it is all-inclusive, women and people from other regions in this country.
Thank you so much, beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be moving on quickly to the next item for the day. Now, guys, do you remember the joy that erupted when Sir Alex Oti was announced as the governor-elect of Abia State? I cannot remember the last time I saw Nigerians so happy. And rumor has it that they had free Nkwabis and free Ishewus on the street. It gives me the rare privilege and honor to introduce a gentleman, a fellow of the National Association of Engineers, a man who is a pride of the Ohafia people, someone whose principal described as a man he picked because of his youth, his outstanding service to community and personal development alongside his humanitarian gestures. He is young, he is handsome, he is a dark chocolate. Join me as we make welcome the Deputy Governor-elect of Abia State in the person of Engineer Emetu Ikechukwu, FNNC. Labour Party, clap for him, please. Yes, sir. Walk gallantly. Yes. Congratulations,
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to beg to stand on the existing protocol and also to say a very big congratulations to myself and other elected officials here today. Officers, sorry. This is a very great day and a huge step for the party, the Labour Party. And our national chairman has already made it very clear to us, elected officers of the Labour Party, narrowing it down to Abia State. I'm here to represent my principal, Dr. Alex Oti, OFR, as his deputy. And we know what the 29th, the Monday, is all about. We are to inherit a very huge responsibility, and not just the responsibility, a very huge liability of over 190 billion naira on loans in Abia State. And I really want to thank the State House of Assembly members, a few of them who were able to make this very occasion. I really want to thank you all. And the responsibility of running the government of Abia State really lies on the relationship of the State House of Assembly and that of the Executive Council. And I really believe that our brothers there in the State House of Assembly here, you'll be able to convey that same message to your members on the job that we really have to do. You know, knowing for the fact that we are going to be able, we will be saddled with the opportunity of getting those loans cleared. And in Abia State, we have over 56 months on paid pensions. The Abia State Polytechnic are being owed about 33 months on paid salaries. Civil servants are being owed over 17 years on paid leave allowances. So this is just the reality of Abia State, and I still want to use the same opportunity to thank the good people of Abia, giving the Labour Party that support. And Madam, you are very right that a whole lot of people were giving free Nkwobi and the rest, even in Aba. Well, we are not being carried away with the way the capital and the commercial city Aba went berserk on that very day the INEC declared us winners. All I was seeing on that very day was hope. And my principal, Dr. Alex Oti, he's not just a name known in Abia State alone. He's known all over the country, and he has a very good track record in getting machines that are moribund to start functioning. So I believe Abia being the 29th, definitely there will be something godly about Abia State when we are saddled with that responsibility. And the promise I'm making to the Labour Party is the Executive Council of Abia State, being the first happens to be occupying now, we'll be able to set that pace for others to follow. Man, Barrister Julius Abure, for your job. Many times I do ask myself where you draw the strength from, but I will say each time. So I really want to thank you, sir, for all you've been doing for our party. Thank you very much.
See? Ah, come on. Don't you hear the description? Handsome, fine, brilliant young man. Thank you all to inform you that His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi will be speaking to us in the next 2 minutes or even 1 minute. He's going to be on Zoom, the man of the moment, the man who has been the expected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in waiting. That is the man all of us have admired so much for his resilience and his directly. So, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi.
1, 2. Hello, check 1. Alright, better. Hello.
Situation and they get a CV. My brother and sister get your BBC. Make me unite, make me vote you be. Now my president you be. Me I want better tomorrow. Me no want to no. Now the president will be. Want better tomorrow. No go for no. You know what to be. It means say you know what to be. Me I go for T.O.B.
Ana son ci gaban da.
Shout out to His Excellency, the Vice Governor-elect of Abure State. I also see a very distinguished personality in the building. Honorable Mandela himself is in the building. I see you, boss. A special recognition to the National Chairman of the Labour Party. You're highly welcome, sir. Are you highly obedient today? Alright. A big recognition to my brother, Lifestyle DJ Flex, all the way from Wazobia FM, hosting us tonight. Let's go.
Put us for production. We go forget our tribulation. We go see some God jubilation. Resurrect our education. Give us a better constitution. Nigeria where Mureba, Itobi where Putano, corruption Balaga, Itobi where Putano, Nigeria where Mureba, Itobi where join, no Labour Party, Lavabia, Papa Mama begin forward ever, Labour Party is there forward ever, Obi Datti is there forward ever, Obi Datti is there forward ever.
A special thank you to all the international delegates of the Labour Party for organizing this super amazing event. And I want to also recognize the presence of a Nollywood legend, Honorable Hilda. She's in the building. I see you, mommy. I see you from the actual.
Nigeria needs me to be. Don't get it twisted.
Another special recognition to Engineer Emeto Ikechukwu, the Deputy Governor-elect of Abure State. Yes! Now the youth has a voice. Thank you very much. Over to His Excellency.
Cheesy, fresh, me and Dr. Money. Cheesy, different, me and Dr. Money.
Cheesy, feel me? Dr. Money, cheesy.
Istanbul, Turkey, holding down the world. They know me as their father, cause now me get the answer. Some of them say I be done dada, and now me they give them answer. You be Zaza.
Alright, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I think it will be on a good note for us to get all the attention on the screen right now. If you can look through the screen, you'll be seeing we have with us on our midst no other person than His Excellency, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. Peter Gregory Obi is with us live on Zoom. So please, everybody, give me your attention on screen. Thank you very much.
I am vibing nice, me are feeling different. Make my money rise, catching out different. Dr. Money smile, me smiling different. Me black people fight, we are feeling different. Oja would they want you want them Nigerian. My music they play like ball like Ola Nagune. Anytime I drop
Please bear with us. We're just having a slight technical glitch. All right. Not INEX, not INEX iRev technical glitch. Yay!
Team, we have B2B with us here, so we are trying to link him up and project him to the screen. So just give us a few minutes. Let's quickly sort that out. Camillus, please, can you make me host and let's spotlight His Excellency B2B. Thank you.
All right. So, in other words, I'm going to stop the recording and then.
Yeah, please.
Stop the recording now.
Yeah,
once the exercise is done, can you give me back host so I can go back to recording, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much.
I'm giving you now.
Yeah, thank you, sir. His Excellency, good afternoon, sir, and welcome on board.
Hello, good afternoon.
We will spotlight your video immediately, and we should be able to see you on the screen. Please, if you're in the hall, okay, we can see you clearly on the screen. Sir, you have the floor now. Thank you.
Okay, if you can see me, can you hear me as well?
Yes, we can hear you from the Zoom, but we need to confirm the people in the hall if they can hear you.
Must I check if the hall can hear him?
Okay, sir, we can confirm we can hear you from the hall, so you can go ahead, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, my video is not on again, so I'm trying to.
Okay, we're waiting for you to put it on.
I'm trying to put it on. It's not coming on. I don't know why.
Okay, just give me a moment. Let me see what.
Can you tell Mr. Randy Nelly to unmute himself so we can hear the whole?
Okay, sir. Sir, I've given you a request to put on your video.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to spotlight you immediately, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Clean and clear.
Okay.
His Excellency, can you unmute yourself? Unmute.
Sir, you are on mute, sir. If you can hear us, you are mute. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, give me a moment. Let me unmute him from here.
Yeah.
I've asked him to unmute. His Excellency, if you can hear us, can you unmute yourself, please? Your mic is okay. Fine.
Yes, man.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you clearly now, sir.
Are you still hearing me?
Yes, sir.
He apparently can't hear us, Marcel. Yeah.
He should be able to hear us. Everybody in the Zoom session can. Sir, can you go ahead, please? We have spotlighted you.
Okay,
and
like I
you are
said, I
showing...
must sincerely apologize that I'm not there physically. I must apologize that I'm not there physically to be able to participate in this section. I had to inevitably leave for Lagos for a very urgent meeting. Mine is just a thank you to the organizers and an appeal that all work as a family in building this party and living to the expectations of the masses of Nigeria who have decided that we are the future and that they will go down the road with us. Ours is for the masses, for the interests of Nigeria, for that new Nigeria. And you, where you find yourself today, is an ambassador for that new Nigeria. To be able to project those things we want to do. You can see a lot of what is happening in our country with the level of poverty, level of insecurity, and all the many problems that the country is going through today, which can easily consume all of us. It is ours to be committed to changing that. And you are the forefront in doing this through ensuring that your activities, your involvement, the laws, everything you make are for the interest of the masses. And most importantly, remain together. Whatever you people are doing, please do it as a family. Be able to carry the party and the leaders along in whatever you're doing. Once more, I thank you and wish you useful deliberations. I'm sure there will be other opportunities for us to have more sections on which I will be physically present and we can talk more. And if there's anything, at any time, any of you or all of you want to see me or have anything that I can be involved, please do not hesitate. And also, always be part of correcting us when we do things wrongly. Thank you. God bless all of you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. So we hope that you still remain with us while we hand over transmission back to Abuja. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Bye. Abuja, over to you.
Sir, can you give me a back host?
Let's hang on a little bit until we sort it out. Just hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
maybe my voice is just not loud. Good afternoon, everyone. So we are getting into the sessions now. And for the e-governance session, we're calling on all the senators in the House with us and the members' House of Reps in the House with us. Please, can we move to the front seats?
Please. Yes, come up now.
Okay, good afternoon again. We're here to commence the e-governance session. And that session is going to be taken by Dr. Richie. So, Dr. Richie, please come up stage. Here's a round of applause for Dr. Richie. Thank you very much.
My phone. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I stand on all protocols. I say good afternoon. No, I can't hear anybody. Good afternoon. Congratulations to all the elected officers. It's a privilege to stand here. My job globally, because I speak globally, I reside in South Africa. My job is to change how people think, about how they think about who they are, what they do, who they do it for, and how they do it. And when I change how people think, I change the result they produce. I work with the best globally. You can put the name on Google. I share the stage with people like the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Les Brown, and so on. I stand on different platforms around the world. I got a phone call that I should come and be part of this. It's the first time I'm contributing to my people. My job takes me around the world. And when they called me, I said, fine, let me come through. I told my office, arrange my program so that I will come here. It's a privilege to stand here. It's a privilege also, yes. Thank you. If you want to clap, clap like you mean it. That's right. It's a privilege meeting the senator face to face for the first time. And the chairman, God bless your heart. Deputy Governor, congratulations. My sister is here. Sister Pastor Eunice Enojoba, please stand up. I want to recognize you. And also, my personal assistant in Nigeria, Chiki, is also there. Chiki, stand for recognition. I'm an author. The books I write. I say one thing to people. If you ignore me, you will bite your fingers. It's a guarantee in leadership. I'm going to give, my book, when I check the cost here, is about 15,000 naira. But I'm going to give the ones I have left free of charge to the elected officers. I don't know how many are available. I'm going to give some to you. I record and I repeat. Ignore me, you will bite your fingers. It's a guarantee, and I'm not joking about it. I'm not joking about it because my area of specialization and PhD is on leadership. And I believe in leading in digital time. It has changed everything. Can I explain something to you? Somebody say, talk to me. I didn't hear you say, talk to me. We have entered the age that we call the age of discontinuity. Somebody say discontinuity. If you mess with this, the next election, you will fight to be elected. I promise you. We entered what? The age of discontinuity. It's not the way you used to do things that you're going to continue with. The world has changed. How many of us notice that when obedience respond, people say that they are recalcitrant, they have no respect? Can I get a witness? The reason is this, so you don't get into that trouble yourself. The reason is because, sorry, we have a lot of noise on their side. Can we get down the voice, please? Please, can we reduce our voice? The reason, sir, is that a lot of leaders today don't know how to communicate to the 5 generations. So when they speak, they think they are still talking to the baby boomers. They are still talking to the silent generation. They don't know they are talking to the Z generation. They are talking to the millennial and the names behind the millennial. So when you talk to them, you don't have to think that they're going to respond to you the way that the baby boomers and the silent generation respond. That is for you also. When you talk to them, they will talk to you based on the character of the generation. So when you speak to 5 generations at the same time. When you speak just thinking that it is the baby boomers, it is the silent generation, that is a generation that believes in formality, that is a generation that believes in respect, that is the generation that believes in sit down, don't talk to your elder. That is not this generation. You need to study across the line so you don't burn your fingers. Tell somebody, I like this guy. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Are you listening to me? Now I'm going to shock you. Do you know, and this is important for you, Deputy Governor, I pray you take this to your principal. The most scarce commodity today, anybody know the scarce commodity? You know what it is? I can't hear you. Thank you. Looks like I want to come down. This thing is not helping me. That's the only way I can get your attention. So when you're on the phone, I can tell you how to feel. Hold this thing for me. I know you hold money, so you're not going to lose it. Do you know the commodity that is rare today? Anybody know? Tell somebody talent. No, you didn't hear me say talent. I will explain to you. When you have to have a talent that can see tomorrow, understand tomorrow. What do you mean by that, Dr. Richie? You need to find those that can interpret trends. Perceptual acuity, ability to notice when the trend has begun. When you don't know a trend has begun, that is the age of discontinuity, you will miss opportunity, and by the time you wake up, you are like an old newspaper. Did you hear me? Now watch this. If you have to get your commissioners, if you have to appoint people around you, better be sure you have talent that can answer questions. Talent can interpret trends. Talents that know who are the catalysts behind the trend. And talent that know what we call perceptual acuity. Ability to see the move before it happens. When all you have around you are people that help steal ballot boxes, do all sorts of things. If you have those around you, every election you will plan rigging. If you have the right talent around you, the next election will be sweatless. Because the right talent should be able to support where you're going. And in all you put together, make sure there's a millennial there. If you miss the talent, you are finished. The next one is what we call digital footprint. You are making digital foot. And can I tell you somebody? Somebody say, tell me. I didn't hear. Say, tell me. Say it like you don't know it. Say, tell me. Hilda, when you communicate from tomorrow, communicate 1 for intended audience, 2 for unintended audience. Did you hear that? The unintended audience is the one that was not there when you were speaking. That will take what you said and destroy you. It's a digital world. That's why my book. Can I have a sample of my book? Can I have a sample of my book? I wrote my books before lockdown, and what I want people will happen came to pass. No, she's bringing me. If you bring it, I'll sell it. You know, I'm Igbo. I need more. I need more. I need more. No, leading in digital times. Leading in digital times, if I can get them. Are you listening to what I'm saying? I gave warning to people. I said, don't ignore me. In fact, when I leave here, I'm off to South America. There were things I warned them on leadership, on economy. And they argued with me in one of the MBA classes. And I said to them, when what I warned you happened, will you call me back? They laughed. Last month, they sent me a message. Can we see your updated profile? We need you in our country again. There are countries I go to, I get visa at the point of entry. You know why? Because of what I bring on the table. My job is to change mindset. I work with executives. I don't do a project of 30 minutes. I work with people for 3 days for me to produce result. Before I came out, a magazine came out in South Africa. I appeared there. Because it is time to change the story. Anybody has Naira here? Can I borrow your money? Thank you, sir. It's not offering, just Naira. Don't give it to me yet. Watch this. Watch this. Are you watching me from there? Are you watching me from there? Here is the last money you have. You turn around and you say to me, Dr. Richie, I'm going to trust you with this that I got. I want you to use this so well that whatever I've been through, my children and grandchildren will not go through it. Let me have it, sir. Should I return it? Okay. No, should I return when I'm done? That's what I mean. Now, what did he do? What did he do? What did he give to me? He gave me the money. Is somebody watching me? Now, what do I do with the money? The deputy governor is my cousin. I give the deputy governor. Chike is my PA. I give to Chike. And we squander all. And he can't do anything to me. And all he can do is to watch me destroy his future. What does that mean? Every vote given to you is like this money. Now we come to trust. Trust is not built by political statement. That is for the baby boomers. You are dealing, I'm telling somebody, hear me loud and clear. These kids will fry you. Do you hear me? You can speak all the English, call them all the names. The more you talk, the more they fry you. They have your digital footprint. Everywhere you go, every statement you make is a digital footprint and you cannot remove it. And if you want to get to the next level, never stop training. The next time anybody is calling me, I'm charging you how I charge. But I can tell you something. I can help anybody because I work with the executives. I can help your people, your team, shift to where you want them to be. There's something I do in countries. I put questions and I tell the organization, the department, whatever, and I divide them up to 6 classes and I say, let all of them answer the question and come and present. At the time they return, the president will hear different versions of the vision of the organization that has nothing to do with the plan of the organization. Because your team, if they don't know where you're going, if your team is not trained consistently, if your team has no sympathy and empathy, you are running a damaged vehicle. Tell somebody this guy is smart. I didn't hear that. Say that again. Say it louder. You didn't say anything. I'm not giving you my book. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It's time to rewrite the story of a nation. The brand Nigeria is melting, is bleeding. Do you know one time I got to speak in Angola? When I got to Angola, I was my passport. They held me for hours until the general came out and said one or two things in their language, and they got me to go through. And then when I came out, I saw on the street, the billboard had my name. And I'm saying, what happened? They said stuff about my nationality. When I climbed the stage to speak, I saw flags of different nations, but I didn't see Nigerian flag. And I stood and said to them, the next time I return here and there is no Nigerian flag, I'll take the next flight and I'll leave your country. The next time I return, Nigerian flag was standing there. It's time that you, the elected honorables, will restore dignity to the nation. I close by saying, it doesn't matter how you plan. Nigerians have good policies. Nigerians have good strategies. The biggest problem is mindset, is leadership, is execution, and the most important of them all. Say what? No, it's not political. No, it's not. You see, you can have the best political will if the mindset is not right. If the mindset is not aligned. If the mindset is not connected to the next level, you will end up losing your political. It is the mindset that governs tomorrow. The leader that must shape tomorrow is the leader that can observe trends. The leader that can notice the catalyst moving the trend. The leader that can notice the perceptual acuity of what makes it happen. And the leader that can put the right talent around. Can we stand up? Can we stand up? I'm closing. If you want to deal with anything that has to do with economy, that has to do with saving money, I want you to do something. Put your hand on your neighbor's shoulder. Put your hand on your neighbor's shoulder. Look at that. Put your hand on your neighbor's shoulder. Don't be scared. I'm here. They're not going to beat you. Look at that neighbor and say, my hand is on your shoulder. The burden of the nation is on your shoulder. We trust you now that you will help to lift the burden that this generation has carried for a long time. May God bless you as you do it. May God empower you as you do it. And you will be the reason the next election will not be difficult for Labour Party. And somebody said, I heard you, sir. I'm going to get the book over to you. Thank you and God bless you real good.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Richie. Please a round of applause for him.
Can we please keep clapping for Dr. Richie? I think we needed that energy in the house. Keep clapping, Labour Party. Clapping. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. I would welcome you to one of my favorite segments at any leadership event, the panel discussion. It is okay to clap, it's okay to eat, it's okay to have a jamboree, but most importantly, for us to move Nigeria forward, it is eminent that time and time again, we must constantly have discussions on how to birth the Nigeria of our dreams. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be calling a prestigious list of individuals who would be doing justice to the topic, good governance. And in no particular order, please give a round of applause. Thank you. As I call the Deputy Governor-elect of Abia State, the young, vibrant, and impactful Engineer Emetu Ikechukwu, FNNC, as he joins me on stage. Please keep clapping for him. Joining him, we have the distinguished senator. You're welcome. We have the distinguished senator-elect in the person of Senator Neda Imasuen. Please give him a round of applause, guys. Joining him, we also have a member-elect. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. He looks good, right? You like the color combination? It's not easy. Now has the hat. Clap for him, I beg. So joining him, we have a member-elect in the person of Chief Honorable Ibe Okwara Osonwa. Please give him a round of applause. Correct. I like your cap, sir. Keep clapping, Labour Party. Remember, you're known for energy. And last but not least, joining this panel, we have someone who is also a host of one of the leading television shows on leadership, politics, and good governance in the person of Mazi Dixon Irebu. Do we have him here? Please give him a Labour Party kind of clap. Come on, come on, come on. Let's maintain this energy. All right, so you're welcome, sir. I was just informed by my Oga at the top that we will be having one more person join you, gentlemen. What's going on? Gender balance. The mic. So it's my show.
The tune.
Thank you, my darling. Madam, the beautiful veteran. Yes, ma. You're famous, so I know your name for free.
Honorable. Beautiful,
becoming,
eloquent, the woman in red, scatter the dance floor, Auntie Hilda.
Yes, please give her a round of applause. I grew up watching this woman.
Dokubo, the chairperson, River State Labour Party.
So I asked her to sit on my seat and she was like, Anchor. She doesn't know I'm trying to take anointing from her. She's a star. She's been doing it for over 20 years. Come on, please give her a round of applause. Last but not least on my list. Did you see what I did there? Last but not least on my list. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for House of Member-elect, Honorable Dennis Agbo. I hope I got your name right, sir. Please give him a round of applause. Give him a Labour Party kind of clap. Sorry, sir, please move this. I need this. Okay. So, again, as you know, Labour Party is known for youthfulness and for the birth of a new Nigeria. And on that premise, someone is going to be giving us an intro, on this topic. So if I were you, I'm a very strict person, I'm a fine girl, but I sabi book. So please pay attention to his presentation because I'll be giving you questions. Sir? Honorable sir. I'll be giving you questions from his presentation. Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? So join me, ladies and gentlemen, as I make welcome. This man came all the way from Switzerland. Have you been to Switzerland before? No. Oh, yes. Do we have Switzerland people in the house? Can you wave? Oh, my God, please give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And so, to speak on good governance, ladies and gentlemen, join me as I make welcome the chairman of the NIDO,
as people with one song, with one voice, we're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and be.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Johnson Odibo from Switzerland. I'm president of Nigerians in Diaspora. So the NIDO is Nigerians in Diaspora. Abure Dabere is the head and the director general of or CEO of Nigerians in Diaspora. I've been in Switzerland for 32 years, but I will not talk about me today. I just want to talk about what is key. I came here to present this because I think it's important for the newly elected senators. Of course, we'll have a few of them here, and House of Reps and the governor and the representative of governor by the deputy governor. So I'm standing of all existing protocols, sirs and ma'am. So to continue with this presentation, I'm trying to spend 5 to 10 minutes. Building synergies is so important. Now, my first slide is what would you want to be remembered for? Okay, how would you want, just please let me to move these slides myself. You know, what would you like to be remembered for? So it's actually one of those things. You want to be part of history, the ones that actually started the transition for good, or the people of Nigeria and Nigerians in total, or you want to be part of those who continue the status quo. So it's all up to you. It's a decision. That's your choice. And then the next slide, I talked about synergies. What came to mind, I looked at a bowl of a soup, a goosey soup. You know, just the same way you have different meat, the goosey, the salt. No matter how much of the snail you put in the soup, if it doesn't match with the salt, it's not going to taste well. You can have the soup without the pounded yam, it's still not going to taste well. So what it means is that we all have to work together, collaborate to make it a success. Labour Party is a new drive, it's a new direction. For all Nigerians, they are looking up to you. So how you work with even overboard, even from the people from your grassroots, from your constituencies, senatorial districts, really will impact the outcome of your administration. So that's what, it's just you. If you look at it as the people, you, me, and us, we make the us. The us is the central, which we have here. Okay. So in any case, you can see from this slide. The next slide actually talks about, okay, you can help me there just to push the button. I don't know why. It's stuck. Can you move to the next slide? It looks like it's frozen. Good, thank you. No, go back. Wait. Okay. Good. Who am I? Like I said before, I've been 32 years in Switzerland. I've been into banking most of the time. I went into banking as far back with Citibank in 1998, and I ended up in UBS, the North American Bank. I'm a strategist, so that's what I do for banks. So when it comes to getting results, I sit to people and really try to make it. So now, if I look at this picture here, this is really the big key. It's about Nigeria. I will be scared. If I'm a certain senator with my senatorial districts, you have 3 senatorial districts in every state. I will ask myself, how do I project good governance to be reflected in all these senatorial districts? So we want to look at the holistic picture. So that's it. So that's why I put it here. And the next slide gives me to the challenges, because when you start asking yourself these kind of questions, how do I project? How do I legislate? Or what do I work on? How does it impact the people? And you look at the whole lot of challenges that you have here: unemployment, increasing cost of living, inflation, income gap. And then you have personal challenges. Your families will probably want to talk you into doing the things of the past to keep money aside, but you don't want to do that. You want to really judiciously use the state's money for the people. So when you look at this, so you are now faced with 2 options, but the desired goal. Some people will tell you unemployment is the issue. Some will tell you that, okay, maybe increasing cost of living. So how do you make the decision? So choice between various options is important. So when you're making those decisions, to do it the smart way. Is it specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time specific? So those are key issues you have to talk about. And now, what is the grassroots that I talked about? The grassroots, you just don't seem to realize it. I came here 2007, I did the statistics there for the Nigerian Universities Commission with the Senate Committee on Diaspora, Tertiary Education, with a lot of vice chancellors and pro-chancellors of Nigerian University here in Abuja. And you will reckon that this graph there on the right has not changed. You still have over 60% youth. And if you have add the age gap between 25 and 54 years, you have about 30% of them. So this is really an issue that we really need to address. So how do you impact these people? And these people must have already been corrupted, the mindset really infiltrated, impacted by the 1%, which you find between 65 and so on and over 85 years. So this 1% or 2% of the population have completely corrupted the youth. So how do you take them back to tell them it is possible? You have a huge task on your back. And if you look at the youth unemployment, this is statistics, over 30%, 33% youth unemployment. And all these are issues that we face in Nigeria today. How do you fix this? It's not going to take 4 years, but at least you have to start from somewhere. That is key. You know, I will skip this slide. I got this slide for myself as follow because Nigerians want to change. I think the presidential candidate didn't go start knocking on doors. People saw the light and they followed him. So that means Nigerians out there, they know what is good and they will follow. And even if you look at the left side here with the greens, 3 greens, if the reds, which are more, will see that the greens are doing something right, they will all follow, and at the end, everybody becomes green, doing the right thing. So for the senators, House of Assemblies, and governor-elect, please, you will always go green, because do what is right, and people will follow you. I do it for myself after 32 years. That's how I started my career. I wouldn't talk about myself and how, but it works. And I've done it for UBS. I advise people and to tell them they can make their KPIs with strategies, and it works. So everything. A lot of people, I always believe in the term, show me the carrot and I'll follow. What is the carrot? The carrot is the end goal. If you show any person that there is good in what is going to get in your administrations, they will follow exactly what you ask them to do. They wouldn't go by distraction. They wouldn't go by anything. They would change their ways. If they were looting money before, they would stop looting. If they were doing things right, impacting or giving up, following rules, laid down rules and procedures, they would definitely do that. Because nobody has told them and nobody has shown them. That's why. So how would they believe if nobody told them? Repeated communications. Start sounding this message over and over again. And then the next one, how would they hear if no one tells them? And again, how would they act if they are not convinced? So the conviction lies on you. So that's exactly, and then the last is actually there is enablers for success. If you want to win anything you're doing, security in place, healthcare, communication, and all that. And of course, you need the training and mentorship. A lot of people want to learn, but they don't know. So they need somebody to teach them, to mentor them. And then the 6 requirements for you, you have to have a vision, presentation, how you present whatever you want to do. And of course, you're looking at technology aspects with other people, even outside your party, but for the good of the people. Always having the people. It looks like it's frozen again, please. Okay, yes, got it. How do you define your quick wins? The operations of your administration or what you do in the House of Senate or the Senate House or the House of Rep. You know, on the grassroots, state, local government, even on the councilor level. Then the projects, compliance, support. Do you just give out project? People say they are going to do things and you just give them, hand them money without controls. I work with compliance a lot, and this is something I'm very good at. So again, you have to have controls, feedbacks. So this is a kind of a workbook that you look at. And then lastly, is the same PDCA circle, which is the Deming circle you all know. I just coined this. That means for anything what you do, whether you're governor, senator, representative, local government chairman, and councillor, always try to apply a template. Then they will know, yes, This is Labour Party template. Labour Party template, we try to be transparent. We have to have control. We plan. We don't just throw money out unnecessarily. We analyze some of our choices. We analyze the options. If you analyze your options, you make a choice. And then when you've decided on a choice, you begin to plan. When you plan, then you apply the action, and that's how it goes. This is so important. I know a company that lost a project that should have cost $20 million, cost them over $70 million. Because without proper planning, it doesn't work. Analyze your options, please. This is why I stop. And for those who would want I can send the slides out to any.
Thanks. Can we please give Doctor a round of applause? And can I also have another mic for my panelists? So I understand that we have members of the Labour Party from the United States of America, from the UK, from Ireland, from Canton Island, and from Switzerland. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Right, so again, like I said, this is my favorite part in every leadership-oriented event. And so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the panel discussion. Please give them a round of applause because they're about to go under fire. So, in no particular order, I promise to make this quick. I understand some of us have very important meetings to go for, and I promise you this wouldn't last beyond 15 to 20 minutes. Now, if you're in the crowd and you do have questions, feel free to write them down and pass them across to any usher, and I promise to handle it. So please, hello? All right, so please, sir, kindly introduce yourself. If you're a member-elect, let us know what senatorial district or federal constituency or sector you're representing now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ibe Okwara Osonwa, and I represent the very, very prosperous people of Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency.
Please give him a round of applause. He's a proud man.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Engineer Emetu Ikechukwu, the Deputy Governor-elect of Abure State.
Please give him a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Hello, madam.
I just passed them.
Why?
Because I represent the angry people.
Okay, so do you want us to come back to you or you want to? All right, sir. Please, Senator.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Barrister Neda Imaswe, Senator-elect, South Senatorial District.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dixon. I anchor Nigeria right now on AIT.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Labour Party people. Good afternoon, obedience. My name is Honorable Dennis Namode Abure. I am elected to represent the Federal Constituency, Ibweze North Udenu Federal Constituency of Enugu State.
Thank you so much, sir. Please give him a round of applause. So now we come back to you, madam. You would have to introduce yourself.
State Labour Party. I'm an obedient, unrepentant obedient. And I represent the very angry but determined Nigerians. Love you too.
Well, nobody told me, okay, I love you, but it's fine. We keep it moving. So again, on behalf of myself and every member of the Labour Party, and indeed Nigerians at large, thank you for being here. So to the crux of the matter, ladies and lady and gentlemen, as you know, we'll be speaking on impactful leadership and good governance, which, if you would agree with me, is perhaps one of the many pillars that the Labour Party stands on. So, in no particular order, I'll be asking questions. So please, when you do hear your name, see them studying. Don't worry. We're not using that. In no particular order, I'll just ask you questions from the top of your head. Again, like I said, people people of the Labour Party are known for vibrancy, for youthfulness, for truth, and for audacity. You dared to question the status quo, and it would not stop anytime soon. And so, sir, the Honorable Elect from Ohafia, very proud. In your view, what is good leadership, and how far would you say Nigeria has gone in terms of properly communicating good leadership and instilling the futures and or characteristics of good leadership in the lives of Nigerians like you and I? Thank you, sir.
Look, good leadership always starts with the first thing, which is accountability. You can't be a good leader if you are left solely to your own devices. Ultimately, you have people to report to. And so the first thing is accountability. Another thing is empathy. You have to understand the pains of people. Now, we all have felt the pain of buying petrol. I was in the village and I was paying almost 2/3. Good governance is only about social economic guidance. You need to feel the pain and find ways to solve it in truth. One thing I've always told my leader here, my deputy governor and my other leader, is very hard. And understanding that we can't hit Shangri-La in one day. It takes time. But at least we'll come from -50 to 0, and then we go forward.
Fantastic. Please give him a round of applause. So, sir, Mr. Deputy Governor-elect, Honorable Ibe here spoke about accountability, empathy, feel the pain, and, you know, make your people understand how would this pain be fixed. Are you going to give them painkillers? So I say to Nigerians over and over again, hello, are we together? You see, Nigerians, we are good at treating the symptoms of a problem and not the core of that problem. Are we together? So for instance, well, I don't know what I'll say now, and then DSS will come and carry me. So let me just focus on my focus. Sir, I know I'm not my darling, but there's something called wisdom. So a lot of people will say to you how, oh, I am not in a position to make power and probably give us full autonomy, even in the local government level. So good a thing, you're a governor-elect. And hopefully, sir, you're in a position where you can make decisions, because to the best of our knowledge, you didn't get there through the aid of a godfather. And I stated in my introduction just how happy the good people of Abia State were upon the announcement of yourself and your principal as the elected leaders for that state, because they felt like they have been in, they felt, yo, a new day has come. So, sir, like he said, you know the pain of your people. We would use Abia State now as a litmus test, right? What would you do? And I believe you had a manifesto. So how exactly are you going to translate those promises you made to the good people of Abia State?
Thank you very much. I started my political life by making a change in the development of my local government on Hafia. You know, God so kind. My federal hearts are people. So I started by drilling boreholes in villages, clearing the drainages, rural electrification, and even when it comes to health and getting can humanity. You know, I've been around outgoing party in Abia State, the way they did proper management, and we definitely know that we happen to be a very different set of human beings. He is an economist, I am an engineer. but I still tell everybody every time about engineers. We create. We don't give excuses. We try as much as possible to solve problems. And my principal happens to be one who, he loves excellence. He's someone that will always tell you you should always eat what you kill. And that has always been the mindset of bankers. You eat what you kill, you know. So in Abia, we are saddled with so much. And as a leader, you talked about the local government. And I do tell people that when a state works, it's only when, and that boy, we have credible people who will pick the party ticket and will be able to know that this person is very responsible to take the local government's leadership very seriously.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank
Please give him a round of applause. So moving on real quick, I'll come back for you, Mama, to Senator Imoswen. Sir, well, we've had a history of Nigeria. We have senators-elects from the APC. We have senators-elects from the PDP. We have senators-elects from the NNPP. We have senators-elects from SDP. We have one from YPP, and we have one from LUP. So, sir, everybody knows what's garden of the Senate. Senator Sani was the one who made that statement, that the opposition attempts to bring a balance. That is why you are an opposition. You should be a reflection of what the people want, our demands, our needs. Sir, congratulations on your election. However, how does this translate to a better life for Ogenna? And how would you, and when I say Ogenna, I speak for every average Nigerian, and how would you in your capacity, along with your colleagues across board, sit?
I happened to be in the National Assembly when he was there. And what is even more, a Senate like no other. I say so because before now, you have a delineated line of ruling party and opposition party, which happens to be only two. Today, we have more than two opposition parties. What that means is that there isn't going to be business as usual. But I'm encouraged, knowing very well that given the interactions that we've been having so far with our colleagues from other parties in the Senate, the dynamism that they all bring, it's something that is very encouraging. I have seen, and I hope I'm not wrong, that we all tend to come with this energy that calls for change. And this change will be spearheaded by the Labour Party that we all know talks about change, change, and more change. And for me, as an individual senator, I would do the very best I can to uplift and to project this image of Labour Party in this fight, in this struggle to bring this change to our people. Nigerians are hungry. I've always said that. Nigerians are tired. Nigerians, and we all know that the principal objective of any government that worths its salt is to bring peace, security, and proper governance to its citizens. And we are just hoping and we pray that by the time that the court would have been done with their work, that the true winners, of course, we can be sure that the country will move a lot faster towards the direction of development. That I assured. Before you come in, ma'am, to the diasporans, I'm very happy to see all of you here, especially those from the USA, from the United States. That is also my constituency, if you don't know. came in from New York in 2010, and I'm happy to see the involvement of the diasporans in this struggle. I particularly am grateful to them because coming from those states where the opposition was so high and tough, the wind was just so much against us, the voices of our diasporans gave us hope in every way that they supported us. So I will use this opportunity to say we are grateful and we will not let you down. Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished. Please give him a round of applause. He's actually very soft-spoken, sir. I was amazed because looking at you, I was expecting, some form of bass. However, he's actually very soft-spoken and very precise. Can we please give him yet another round of applause? So, sir, honorable sir, the same question I posed to him of the red chamber, I'll be posing to you for the green chamber. I'll repeat the question, sir. I'll wait for you.
You want to repeat the question?
Oh, you heard me? I don't need to repeat it? Okay, sir, fantastic. Good thing you recall. So, sir, the same question I posed to Senator-elect Maswan, sir. How do you channel all of that color? How do you see to it that you work with others who emerged from various parties who may not necessarily share the Labour Party ideology? And how do you ensure to stand firm and undeterred in the pursuance of a new Nigeria? Before Honorable carries on, ladies and gentlemen, he spoke about Nigerians are hungry. And on that note, I'd love to let you know that at the end of this panel, we would have food to eat. So please pay attention so that, when you're refilling your fuel. Yes, please. So carry on, sir.
Thank you. The distinguished senator, honorable member, distinguished senator Shehu Sani, I greet. The chairman of our great party, members of the diaspora community, chairman of our party in River State, my friend from the media. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. First of all, let me make an observation that I noticed a very poor attendance in this program by the people I thought this program was being organized for. I can't see my colleagues from the House of Representatives. I can't see a lot of senators here. I can't see a lot of the House of Reps people. Now, I thought this program was it was organized for us to benefit from other experiences especially from the diaspora community, and try to infuse that energy and new thinking into what we are going to do in Nigeria as Labour Party to make a difference. I have tried to imagine what happened, what we have a platform. I was thinking we are trying as much as we can to manage. It's called by, and I have experienced the 8th Assembly. The opposition you have was then PDP who had been in government for like 16 years, had to take its members on a retreat to go and learn how to play the opposition politics. Now, because I think I heard somebody mention here that opposition is the main essence of putting are done. 2 opposition parties are better than 1. And now 5 opposition parties, or 6 from YPP, coming from APGA. All of us have our ideas, our philosophies, or we are supposed to have our philosophies about governance. So you cannot, it is not going to be easy for you to try to suck us up into your own ideology. Now, talking about Labour Party, we bring something totally new into
the governance system in Nigeria. What are we here to do? They are following the wrong direction. Because sudden, within a space of Nigerians, the greatest potential that is not just to talk, but he has demonstrated he has been a governor. He has his track record, the record he left in Anambra State. I remember then, I used to just watch him. And he was a governor. But when